Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, and today we've got something pretty exciting. This right here is a ROG Ally. It's by ASUS, and we were given this for free from one of our customers. We did a repair for him just recently, and it was a life or death for them, and we got it. It was a high-risk repair, and we got all their data. It was a data recovery attempt. And for that, the customer came in yesterday and just handed me one of these gaming handhelds. So I decided to do an unboxing video, and we'll go over pretty much everything on this. So let's get started. So today what we have here is the ASUS ROG Ally. This is the 7-inch and the 120 Hz full HD gaming handheld system. It is powered by AMD's Ryzen Z1. There is two different models for this particular one. There is the CPU that's Z1, and then there's the AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor. This is the Extreme processor, so the customer did kind of go all out for us. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's basically having a full gaming PC right in the palm of your hand. So I'm pretty excited. So let's get started. Let's use a razor blade and we'll slice this plastic right down the center. Okay. I'm even more excited just because we got this for free. I mean, it's always nice getting free stuff. And this is a gaming one. Gaming handhelds. I like them. This is the ASUS sticker. Before I actually open it, let's take a look. The box is pretty nice. ROG Ally, it's the 7-inch. These are the specs. Yep, see right there. So what I have for this model is the AMD Z1 Extreme. This is the 512 gigabyte SSD. The RAM is DDR5, 16 gigabytes, Wi-Fi 6, USB 3.2, and Windows 11, obviously in English. So pretty cool. I'm really excited to open this. Opening it up. All right, nice. We can just remove this. It tells us to charge it. That's the power button. Doesn't take a genius to know that. And we are greeted with the star of the show. Let's remove all this plastic. Kind of like opening up an Apple product, but Apple does it best. I'm not a big fan of the sound of this plastic. You know what I mean? The sound, the smell, the feeling of when you unbox Apple products, it's the best. And you could never beat a brand new product out of its box. You could only just have good stuff to say. It's got a nice weight to it. Feels nice. Wow, it's just really nice. It looks gorgeous. Even though this is 2 years old, I cannot wait to actually turn this on and start using it. Buttons are analog. Nice. Feels really clicky. I don't like these buttons. They don't feel good. I mean, of course, it's a free one. I mean, I'll appreciate it, but yeah, especially this one for some reason. Yeah, see? This one clicks nice at the bottom. This does not. Interesting. Okay, well, that's the first thing that I don't like. This is going to be very annoying, actually. Well, nonetheless, color looks good. This is the back. Of course, you've got the ASUS, and then that nice, sleek RGB color lighting sort of thing, strip. Pretty cool. Let's put this aside. These are... Oh, that's the 65 watts. Yep, 65 watts. Although I know that this does support 100 watt charging. So if you have a 100 watt charger, that works. And packaging, and that was it. Yeah, just the charger and the packaging. So this is the charger. It is also branded with their logo. And I think we're done with this box. We'll put the box aside. Okay, so we've got here let's zoom in. Okay, what we have here is basically the handheld gaming system. This is the 7-inch, diagonally of course, touchscreen display with a 1080p resolution. This does run at 120 Hertz, so not bad. I actually like that. 120 Hertz for a gaming handheld. Well, I'm cool with that. For sure gonna make the gameplay look buttery smooth. So on the top, there's the power button. I believe this has a fingerprint sensor from my understanding. I'm not 100% sure, but this I believe does recognize your fingerprint. I could be wrong. Just let me know down below because I'm not too certain if this does actually fingerprint scanning or not. But if it does, that's pretty cool. This is the volume rocker. Feels nice, clicky. I like it. It's got a headphone jack. That's surprising for a 2023 model. Wow, all tech companies have been removing headphone jacks, but that's impressive. Good job for them. It's got a micro SD card, for extra storage. And I would assume this is the charging station right here. Type-C charger, clicks right in. It's got the nice satisfying click. It's pretty firm too in place. I like that. So inside this unit, it's running the AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme chip. I'm a big fan of AMD CPUs, and lately they've been doing very well in the market, especially their stocks. So that makes me very happy. In addition to that, this does have 16GB RAM, DDR5, and this one does come with a 512GB SSD, and I'm pretty sure that's an expandable one. We can actually replace it and have a 1TB if we want. I believe this goes up to 2TB. If not, again, just let me know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just let me know down below. These are modular. We've done a few upgrades on these in the past, so I'm pretty certain this is a modular version. Open it up and replace the 512 with a 1TB if I want to. I will be making a full disassembly video on this. I'll probably be uploading it somewhere here, so just keep in mind. This does have a Windows 11, and it says it runs AAA titles, so I'm pretty stoked about that. We can definitely try that out, and let's go ahead and see if we can turn this on. Or do I need to charge it? Yes, I do need to charge it. So let's throw this on the charger. Actually, before I turn it on, I do want to make a few comparisons here so you guys can get the idea of how large this is. This is actually pretty big. It's not a small handheld system where you can just casually, I mean, you can bring this anywhere you want technically, but still, nonetheless, it's relatively large, and I've got big hands, so I still feel it. I'm going to show you a comparison here. This right here is the Nintendo Switch OLED. The OLED is considered a big handheld. This one I believe was 8 inches, the display. Although it's a lot thinner than this, it still feels a lot smaller. So, you know, I can kind of manhandle this, you know what I mean? So this right here in comparison to both. So let's put them both side by side. That's a big difference. And then in addition to that, let's go ahead and take a look at how thin these guys are. The OLED compared to the ROG Ally. That's a big difference, I'm not gonna lie. Let's put it side by side. That's a lot. That's a really cool touch right there. I like that. And it's a lot longer too. So if we put them starting from side by side, just like this, you're talking about a good 1.5 inches longer. I have the standard Nintendo Switch, which is even a bit smaller. That's almost 2 inches. Look how small this Switch is compared to this ROG Ally. You can put it on top and still see it. Yeah, this is a behemoth of a system compared to the Switches. So let's go ahead and test this out and turn it on. I do want to check one thing here. When I buy new stuff like this, or when I get new stuff like this, I like to always just check and see if it has any magnets. So let's test and see. I assume speaker. Yep, the speaker has it for sure. There's another speaker here, another magnet. Is there any other magnets on this device? Let's see from the back. No other magnets from what I can tell here. So just the speakers, okay. Do want to point out these vents right here for the cooling system. These are the exhaust vents. Now we'll turn it on and test. Okay, and we'll throw this on the charger. Sorry, Luffy. Gotta put you aside, my man. So it does show an indicator that it is charging. Let's go ahead and see if we can turn this on. Oh, look at the RGB lights. That's really cool. I really like that, actually. You can appreciate small details. It is taking a little long. Oops. For it to boot, and I just turned it off accidentally. All right, so now that we have this on the charger, we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. This is actually taking a very long time for it to turn on. Finally. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, this unboxing video of this ROG Ally. So I did enjoy this personally. I think this is a pretty cool product. It did take a while for it to boot, which is not a big deal. I think just because it's the first time.
To set up your device using a screen reader, turn on narrator by pressing Windows plus Control.
All right. It does look nice. It's a very large product. I didn't expect it to be this big. It feels nice. The buttons feel nice. The RGB lighting on the left and right analog sticks feel nice. It all feels pretty nice, I'm gonna be honest. It just feels crisp and buttony and clicky, you know what I mean? Except this button here on the left. So the downside was mainly this button right here. Do you hear the difference? That's crazy, the difference. It's a free product for me, so I'm happy either way. I like this, and hopefully we can start playing some games. Personally, I do like playing Destiny, so I am gonna be launching Destiny on this, and that'll be pretty cool if it works. I did order the what do you call it? It's for the PlayStation to play on your iPhone. Backbone. The Backbone PlayStation controller, so you can put it on your iPhone. I have an iPhone. And Destiny Rising is coming out tomorrow, so I'm very excited to play this game. It's one of my favorites. So I am going to be playing Destiny a lot on the Backbone Destiny Rising, right? And hopefully that's a fun game. And this one right here, maybe when I'm out, I'll get to start playing Destiny 2 when I'm out. So if you guys like this unboxing, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.